Now, the other game in sixth place on our top 10 was actually a pair of games. In 2004, UConn became just the fifth Division I school to send its men's and women's teams to the Final Four in the same year. In 99, both Duke men's and women's teams got to the final game. They both lost. First up in 04, the men in San Antonio against Georgia Tech. Now, the Ramblin' Wreck had beaten UConn at Madison Square Garden earlier that season, but Emeka Okafor had been injured and wasn't a factor. This was a different team of Huskies the Tech ran into at the Alamo Dome.
Talik sprints over the black midcourt line. Left side, Gordon a three. Side of the rim, no good. Rebound, Okafor around, out, tipped up, grabbed by Boone. Lays it up, no good. Okafor slaps it back to Gordon. Gordon drives right, kick out Anderson, a three. Good. Lewis walks it left, snaps it up to Bynum. Bynum gives it back to Lewis on the right. Drives right, steps back through Schencher's hand, stolen by Talik. 4-on-2. Talik cuts right, inside, floats it up, in, and he's fouled! Here's Talik up the right side of the front court. Slows it down outside the arc. Up top to Boone. Bounces inside. Okafor lays it up and in. Nice entry pass. Okafor with 8. And UConn its biggest lead, 32-18. Talik looking to run. Lob pass. Okafor running the floor. While layup, no good. Boone with a left-hand tip. Oh, Josh Boone. Huskies run their line play along the right side of the lane with Talik Brown inbounding. Out to Anderson for three. Good. Stone cold three by Rashad Anderson with 12, 65-45. 5:40 to go. Denham against the pesky Jack. Heads right. Now cuts to the right, all the way in the lane. Left-hand layup is no, and Okafor slams it home with one hand. 69-52, 19 for the Mighty Oak. Anderson to make it 9. Looks up, puts up, and hits. 18 for Anderson, 82-73. Here's Elder, 8 seconds to go. Hoists a three, way off. Rebound Okafor, out to Talik Brown. The Huskies are the top dogs in April. UConn wins the national championship, 82-73, and UConn is the NCAA champion for the second time in school history.
So the next night, as Joe uses frequent flyer miles all weekend long, he did all 4 Final Four games that weekend, by the way. The pressure was on the UConn women to make history for the school in the final game against Tennessee. No one had to tell Gino Auriemma what was at stake, especially considering it was the 144th and final game of the great Diana Taurasi's career.
That was pretty special, especially since the guys had won the night before. And there was a little bit of pressure on us, I think, to win. And it's her last game, and we're playing Tennessee. I mean, so many storylines. But I remember the soccer kick up into the stands, and she was pretty spectacular, to say the least.
She was always spectacular. DT with 17 in her finale. Ann Struther and Jessica Moore, 14 apiece. Barbara Turner had 12 points, 9 boards, and 4 assists as UConn won its third national championship with a 70-61 win. UConn, the first and still the only school to win the men's and women's Division I national championships in the same year. On April 12th, a parade and rally was held to honor the twin national championships, and a crowd estimated at 300,000 turned out for the celebration. And one kind of personal note on that, we'd always go on the court and do interviews when it ended. And in 2003 and 2004, I was out there with the wireless. You were back at the, you were helping to run the board. And I would talk to Diana, and we would get done, and Diana would make sure to give me a swift hand to the back of the posterior every time. She spanked hard.
I was with you in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yes,
yeah,
right, exactly. But we'd get done with the interview, and Taurasi, in a playful way, would just go whack.
Yeah,
and that would be that.